Hey guys, Solomon here. I hope you are having a great day. Today's video, we are covering the Hungarian Opening / King's Fianchetto Opening. How would I describe this opening? I would say that it's non-committal, right? It's just a way to start out the game, put yourself in a good spot, and have options. Let's take a look. So it's actually just this move G3. The second that you play this, you are playing the Hungarian Opening / King's Fianchetto Opening, depending on which one you call it. You're in the opening when you play this, okay? But it is very transpositional, okay? It can transpose into a lot of different things. We can go into an English. We can go into a Hippo. There's a lot of different scenarios that we could see here. But we're just going to look at, okay, what happens if black just goes with a traditional E5, D5, and what kind of stuff do we have there? Let's just say they play E5. Okay, we fianchetto our bishop, right? We are kind of committing to fianchettoing our bishop there. If we play G3 and we don't play bishop G2, we're going to be dealing with some light squared weaknesses, right? That'd be a little bit silly to play G3 and then just kind of run away with the bishop. We got to tuck that bishop there. But from here, we have some options, specifically, I would say, with our C and D pawns, okay? There's a lot of different things that we could do here. One of them is the Hippo, right, is white. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I've already made way too many videos on the Hippo. But this is what I play. I literally play G3, bishop G2, and D3. Right, I'm looking to fianchetto both my bishops. I'm looking to tuck both of my knights, and I'm looking to get the following setup. In which case, I have 6 pawns on the third rank, 2 tuck knights, 2 fianchetto bishops, and from here we play some good chess. Okay, some fun chess. So we go back. Okay, so D3 is an option, right? And by the way, if you play D3 here, you don't have to go into a Hippo. You could play D3 and then go knight F3, and guess what? You're in a King's Indian attack. Okay, that's one way to get into this. What's another move we have? D4. This is totally playable. Okay, totally playable. Let's say, you know, black just goes ahead here with E4 advancing. All right, C4. Boom. We're putting pressure on this guy. If you want to take on C4, C4 is going to be a little bit vulnerable. And on top of that, E4 is just going to be, I mean, just dead hanging at the current moment. If you defend that pawn on D5, we play knight C3, right? We're going to continue putting pressure on this pawn. We could play a move like A3 if we want to kind of prevent bishop E4 and also just kind of prep B4 if we ever want to pull that off. Bishop E7, we could start to chip away at E4. Notice here, these are not positions that your opponent's going to be prepared for. So, you know, playing the King's Fianchetto Hungarian Opening, your opponent's, I mean, you know, they're not spending tons of time preparing for G3, right? Their main 2 prep moves are E4 and D4. That's what really all of us got to be worried about as black, right? What do we do against E4? What do we do against D4? Because that is what almost everyone plays, is one of those. Okay. So G3, you're going to have the advantage in prep, and you can get positions like this where you give them the center and you start chipping away, which is quite a bit of fun. You know, here if black takes on F3, we take back with the knight, and you know, black could go for this pawn. They could, but in this kind of scenario, you know, we castle, we take full control of the center, we continue developing. Notice here that white does have an advantage in development. And, you know, maybe throw a knight into the center. I'm just kind of giving you a general landscape, right? Maybe black, maybe you play C4 at some point. Maybe they take that extra pawn, but that gives you time and space to take initiative and get attacking chances in the center. Let's say here black plays a move like bishop E6. Okay, let's play D5. Let's continue forging ahead. You know, and if they take, we take back. If a bishop drops to D7 or something, trying to protect that B5 pawn, which is pretty advanced, protecting the very advanced pawn on C4. Okay, we play D6, attacking that minor piece, attacking the rook. White's crushing this. Going back to the move D5, if we do play D4, let's say instead of E4 from black, we have this move of E takes on D4. Okay, we take back with the queen. We are now threatening to just win a pawn on D5. And if we see a move like knight F6, we can develop. If we get attacked, queen D3, this is kind of a, you know, a Hippopotamus defense idea. You know, kind of a Scandinavian queen D6 idea, but for the white side, you know, bishop F5 is good. I mean, you just can't pull it off here. And you could play a move like knight B4 and chase our queen around, but then from that point, we're going to be able to chase your knight around whenever the heck we want. And in a lot of ways, this knight move is kind of a dead end at the moment, at least. So, you know, that's something to think about, is getting a position like this. A little bit funky, but it is solid, and it can give you an advantage in prep, okay? So that's just one move here, though. That's just D4, okay? That's just a quick intro, right? We've covered D3. We've covered D4. What else could you play here? You could play the move of C4, advancing, right? Putting pressure on that pawn. Look, if a move like D4 here, we play D3, we got a great bishop. I mean, this bishop is extremely active. And going back, if you capture that pawn, we throw in a check, right? You may go up a pawn, but it's not for long because we're gonna throw in a check. We're gonna get that pawn right back. We're gonna continue developing our pieces. Castle kingside fast. White here with a very playable game. Okay, so at the end of the day, this move G3 with the Hungarian King's Fianchetto Opening, this keeps your options open, right? It's a transpositional opening, okay? And maybe it's just a way for you to, just Fianchetto a bishop and then kind of read and react to what the opponent does. I've talked to players who prefer the black side. There has been times where I prefer the black side. And playing G3 and Bishop G2 is a very simple way to not commit to anything, not commit to E4 and have to face a Carl Khan, not commit to D4 and have to face, whatever the heck you're worried about, the England Gambit or, an old Indian or whatever. You can play G3 and guess what? The opponent, they really can't force you into anything here. Okay. If we play the move of E4, for example, great move, by the way, I played it for years. Black plays D5. Guess what? We're in a Scandinavian, whether you like it or not. We are in the Scandi. Right? We're in the Scandi. We're in the desert of the Scandinavian defense. But if you play G3 and they play D5, again, okay, we Fianchetto our bishop, right? Do whatever you want. Okay, now we have options. We kind of decide where this game is going to go, right? D4, B3, C4, D3, right? A lot of moves here. And white with a great overall game. Let me know your thoughts on this opening in the comment section below. And also let me know, what's your thought on G3 versus B3, right? Both of these look to Fianchetto a bishop. Which one of these do you consider to be the best option if you consider one of them to be the best at all? And which one do you prefer playing if you tried them? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything coming your way. And on top of that, I wanted to give a big shout out to my Patreon supporters for the month of November in 2023. Big love to y'all. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon member, you can click on a link down in the description below. And in that, you will see all the benefits, including one in which we recently added, which is actually a once a month session with me, in which case we go over patrons games. I'll see y'all in the next one.